Hi, friends. Today, I feel led to share with you the first testimony that we have of when I started partnering with Holy Spirit in my parenting. This is the experience that I had, and I realized in that moment we had tapped into something in heaven, and we have never gone back from this moment. This testimony was really powerful for our family. And it goes like this. My son was 5 years old at the time, and something set him off, and he became extremely aggressive, like over the top aggressive with his twin sisters. And they're crying and they're upset, and I'm feeling mad at him and feeling frustrated that he had just done this and released all this chaos. And all of a sudden, it's like I just had eyes to see that what he was doing wasn't because of a character or a flesh issue. It was because something was inside of his heart and it was agitating his heart. And so, let's just be honest. My blood pressure was cooking a little bit. My blood pressure was raised. I was frustrated with him in that moment. I was frustrated. I felt inadequate that he was creating so much chaos, and I didn't know how to help him. It didn't fit my agenda to have chaos in that moment. And so come on, parents, sometimes we just get frustrated. And I sent him to his room because I needed a break. I needed to kind of regroup and just figure out how am I going to process, how am I going to help him now that I have the eyes to see that something's going on inside of his heart. And I was thankful at the time that I saw that, but it was discouraging in that I knew I didn't have it within me to figure it out what was going on with him, if that makes any sense. So I took care of the twin girls and got them to calm down, and I started walking down from where I was at the house down to my son. It just felt like a very long walk. And I just was crying out to the Father and just saying, God, I'm so frustrated. Like, okay, that's fine. He's hurting. There's something going on in his heart, but I don't know how to help him with that. I don't know what it is. I don't know where the pain is lodged. I don't know what the pain is, and I don't know how to get it out. And I can honestly say I felt pretty helpless in that moment. I felt extremely inadequate. And never mind, I'm still walking to my son's room knowing that when I get there, I'm going to have to deal with him, and still not knowing how I was going to help him or what I was going to do, how I was going to respond. It was one of those moments that I literally was like, I could take away his Legos for a year. I could ground him for 5 months. Come on, moms, you know what I'm talking about. But I was really frustrated is what I want you to understand. And I remember the exact step or the place that I was in the hallway when the revelation came from knowledge in my mind to my heart thought. My heart opened, and all of a sudden I saw it. And the revelation was, I carried those babies. I carried them for 9 months, and I birthed them, and I have nurtured them every day of their lives. But I did not knit them together. I do not know everything that goes inside their minds and their hearts. Only their Creator does. And it was just this incredible revelation that I am not alone in parenting, that we get to do this together. I'm the hands and feet, but you are the know-all. You are the one that sees all. You are the one that gets it. You are the one that knows the beginning and the end. You are the one that knows the process. You are the one that knows the journey. You are the author. You know everything. And when we get to partner together, and it was like this elephant was lifted from my shoulders, that I don't have to figure it all out. And I can't even say the next steps that I heard from the Lord. It was so natural. And what happened is I got into my son's room and I saw a stack of papers and I grabbed them and I said, buddy, I want you to take these papers and I want you to wad them up like a ball and I want you to throw them. And he's thinking, are you kidding me? I just hit my sisters and I get to play ball with mom. Like, come on, that's what the kingdom looks like sometimes. Sometimes God's ways don't always look like discipline. Sometimes he just wants to just get into the reality and the truth of what's really going on in our hearts. Come on, he's so good. And so he starts wadding up the ball, and I said, but buddy, when you throw that ball, I want you to call out what you're sad or you're mad about with your dad. And this little 5-year-old boy went through almost 50 sheets of paper. I'm mad I'm the only boy. I'm mad you don't tuck me in at night anymore. I'm mad that you can't play ball with me. And at the end, he's weeping and I'm crying. And I scooped him up and I got to remind him of his worth and his value. We worked through forgiving his father again. We worked through asking Jesus where he was that day and if Jesus has left him. And I can tell you and give you testimony several years later that yes, of course, my son has still had moments of missing his dad. Dads are so important. And he's had to work through some more layers of it. But I can tell you that that which came to kill, steal, and destroy my son's identity, his sense of worth and value, his sense of belonging, that wound, that daddy wound, was removed that day. So I just wanted to share with you what it looks like in our family to partner with Holy Spirit.